So, as some of you might have already heard, the new Wii U, Nintendo's return to the hardcore market, recently came out, and as any other new console, it came with a spoonful of both negative and positive reactions. And while I can't really give a single fuck about the Wii U, I still wonder why so many people view it as a sort of a glorious Nintendo comeback. You know, the one they've been attempting since the end of the fucking SNES. And by that, I don't mean the Wii U can't be successful, but that it's highly unlikely that it will allow Nintendo to catch up with the likes of Sony and or Microsoft, primarily because of the time it came out. I mean, the PS3 and Xbox are at the moment well established in the core gaming department, meaning they already have huge libraries of games that are still expanding. Meanwhile, the new piece of hardware made by Big N starts with a launch line of 29 games, which is not bad, but from those 29 games, only like 2 or 3 of them are actual Wii U exclusives. Everything else is ports. So why should anyone throw out their current gaming gear because of the Wii U, or why should anyone prefer the Wii U over a Xbox 360 or PS3 bundle is honestly beyond me. Plus, the developers have no real reason to pay any special attention to it, as they don't want to lose the PS3 and Xbox 360 customers. So, logically, we can expect that, similarly to the PS3, the Wii U is mostly gonna receive inferior ports of 360 or PS3 games. Again, not the best thing for you if you want to sell your system. But that aside, even if these things will not somehow cockblock the Wii U, then there is still its hardware. Among many things, the Wii U lacks any sort of a hard drive, which in today's day and age is sure to backfire in one way or another. And then, while this new console is more powerful than the other competitors on the market, it's not that much more powerful, at least from what we can see from the currently released games. So, once the new console generation drops, publishers and developers won't really have too many reasons to stick around the PU anymore. And even if all that won't somehow stop the Big N's rise to power, then in case you own a computer with an internet connection, you might have heard the latest news about PIMP-use processors, which is said to be clocked at somewhere between 1.24 and 1.60 gigahertz. Just for comparison, the Xbox and PS3 both have processors clocked at 3.2 gigahertz. Now, why is that a problem? Well, to sum it up shortly, the processor, CPU, is the place where gameplay and physics happens, meaning that some games are not even portable from the Xbox or PS3 to the Wii U, as it might not be even capable to handle them. Not in terms of graphics, mind you, but in terms of objects on screen, AI, physics, etc., etc. Of course, it could be just another Nintendo hater hoax, but let's just assume it's a technical half-lie, half-fact that the Wii U's architecture allows to somehow up this frequency to at least 3.2 gigahertz. Which, of course, means that the whole console has some very unusual architecture. And do you remember what other console has that? Yeah, the PS3. And just in case your memory reaches to the long-lost years of 2007 and 2008, developers had quite a lot of trouble to program for the PS3's weird architecture, resulting in a lot of inferior 360 ports. So, assuming that it's a similar case with the Wii U, only first-party, or should I say Wii U only games will truly show off the console's full potential, while all the other games will be simply mediocre or shitty ports. Now, before you start your hate crusade against me down there in the comment section, this is purely just in case video. I'm not saying that Wii U sucks or that it's gonna unavoidably fail. What I'm saying is that I wouldn't hold my hopes too high, as the whole system has just too many obstacles laid out in front of it to really just jump over them.